fans, welcome to the Auto Club Speedway. We've got round number 3 of racing action here with the Wednesday Night Dash Series. I'm your host, Kendall Kerr. I'm going to be joined alongside tonight here by Tyler Snyder, as always. And these guys just finished up here qualifying. It's going to be an interesting one at the 2-mile track.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite tracks on the sim. This track always provides great racing. We just ran in the Highline Racing League, just ran here on Thursday night and did 125 laps caution free. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this race. We got 40 minutes, so it'll be a quick hitter here. You guys are gonna have to get to the front quick and stay up there.
Zach Voles picked up the pole position, but I did kind of want to go over here some of the tidbits about Auto Club Speedway. It was opened in 1997, so a very old surface at this point, one of the oldest on the Cup Series Tour. And we've also got 14 degrees of banking. It is a 2-mile track, as I mentioned before. And these guys tonight had a 15-minute practice. They had their 5 minutes of qualifying, and now they're ready for 40 laps of action.
Yeah, I think that's part of what makes this track so great is that surface. Like you said, it's from 1997, so it just, eats up the tires and allows these guys to run all 7 or 8 lanes that this track has to offer. So, like I said, I'm really, really looking forward to this race. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And take a quick peek at the point standings here. Oh, that's the incorrect one. Well, I'll try and get that before the end of the race. I had him added on here. I guess it didn't save. I know it's Chad Winstead out in front as he's won both races thus far. Zach Voles was probably his biggest competitor in the last race. Got involved in an early incident, unfortunately, with the 99 of Kyle Fluck. But the starting lineup for tonight's going to be Zach Voles on the pole, Justin Neves starting second, Eric Blum's going to start third, Mark Vickers, a bridesmaid 2 weeks in a row, he'll start fourth, Erik Richardson's going to roll off fifth, sixth is going to be Chad Winstead, so a little bit slower on the qualifying effort tonight, and rounding out the field of just 7 cars tonight is going to be DJ Fluck.
Yeah, Chad came over the radio and said he missed turn 2 both times in his qualifying lap. So as these guys head into turn 3 here before they take the green, I'm going to go ahead and jump the gun on you, and I'm going to take Chad Winstead. I'm going to be first to pick this week, and I'm just going to pick him until somebody else beats him. Who do you got?
Well, since you're taking Chad, I guess I'll go with our pole sitter, Zach Voles. He was fast last week, proving that, on a track besides the super speedways, he can run up front. So we'll take the 53. Pace car's getting ready to pull off. We're ready for 40 laps of racing action.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag's underway. These next-gen cars are going to provide quite the draft down the straightaway, so keep an eye on that.
Great jump right there from 53 of Zach Voles.
3 wide already as we got Chad Winstead going to the outside of both Mark Vickers and Eric Blum.
He's not wasting any time. He wants to be right to the front. He's already got himself into third.
And I want to give a shout out to Justin Neves bringing the heat with that paint scheme.
Yeah, I'm not sure who paints all these cars, if these guys paint their own or what, but shout out to all these guys painted them. These guys got some good looking race cars.
Yeah, it seems like every week they get better and better.
Yeah.
Still Zach Voles out front. Justin Neves currently riding about 6/10 behind. Chad Winstead already up to third. Oh, we saw Neves get a little bit loose.
That's going to open the door for Chad Winstead to get to the outside of him.
So you took some laps around this track in this car here during practice, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Did you happen to notice how much fuel they had? Do you think they'll have to make a pit stop?
I didn't do that good of homework apparently because I did not look at that.
So we see Chad Winstead moving into the second position.
jumped in. I'm gonna assume it's close to 50.
Whoa, 82's loose again. He hangs on to it. These cars are not easy to save either.
Yeah, once you get these things stepped out, good luck saving it. Chad Winstead is looking to make a move on our leader here in turn 4.
Yeah, he's already closed. It looks like Zach Bowles. Oh. Whoa, he's loose. Oh, no, and he's right in front of the field. And it looks like everyone missed him.
I do not know how they missed him. Holy cow.
Holy cow's right. That's going to hand the lead to the 6 car of Chad Winstead as we see Zach Bowles is going to bring it down pit lane. I want to take a look at the replay on that. We saw he just got loose. And let's take a look at this from DJ Fluck's onboard. To see him get loose, and then the cars start to scatter everywhere. He does a great job getting to the bottom and missing it. And there's one other car that I wanted to take a look from. This was Mark Vickers. Holy cow, that was close.
Those guys did a whale of a job. Everybody awesome job.
Back live again. We've got Chad Winstead. He's already opened up a 1.3 second advantage over the weekly bridesmaid, Mark Vickers. You know he's got to get frustrated finishing second every week.
Yeah, he's got to be about where he don't win. We talked about this last week. My question is Chad burning the stuff up by going out there and giving himself this big lead, or is he still saving better than everybody? That's what, we'll have to wait and find out here coming laps, but that's what it's going to come down to, is who can save their stuff the best here at the end of this race.
Yeah, and these guys have done a pretty good job hanging with the pack, much better than last week. And you can go all the way to the tail end of the lead lap right now, Justin Wexberg, and he's only 5 seconds back.
Yeah, we've got a decent little battle here for third between Justin Neves and the 67 car that are fighting it out. There's one. Definitely a little spread out now, but you guys are all right on top of each other.
One of the best things about the Auto Club Speedway is the ability to use any lane you want. And I know when we ran that Auto Club practice race in these cars, you definitely could run the bottom, the top, the middle, anywhere you wanted.
Yeah, that's what makes this track so much fun, is if you can find speed, you can run them. It doesn't matter. If it's paved, you can use it.
I just hope they don't tear it up, Tyler. I know they were talking about changing it into a short track, which I agree, we need more short tracks. Just don't take this one away.
Yeah, this is one of the few tracks I want to see on the schedule stay. I was hoping maybe we'd take a Texas or a Michigan and switch that up, but this track is amazing. I'd like to see this track get a second date and run a night race. I feel like a lot of people forget that this track has lights.
Yeah, they used to do that. I want to say it was maybe 2006, 2007. They had 2 races, and one of them was a night race. But I think what got them was the West Coast time zone, trying to run a night race out there. It just didn't work for TV, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess that could prove to be difficult. I know Phoenix used to have a night race as well.
I think they have the same exact situation, and I agree they should both have them. I mean, if you're going to visit a track twice a year, you've got to differentiate between the 2 dates. It's not 1975 anymore where, you can show up and run 500 miles in the spring and 500 miles in the fall. You got to do something to spice it up. So I like having a 1 day race, 1 night race, and switching up the mileage of the race too.
Yeah, Martinsville has done a good job with that recently. The battle for second's starting to heat up.
Hey, you're not kidding. We got 3 cars under a blanket right now between Mark Vickers, Eric Blum going to the bottom there, and Justin Neves trying to follow him through.
Yeah, Eric Blum seems to be running some very consistent lap times, and that's actually, it's very difficult to do in this car, it feels like. Just put down lap times that are consistent and fast is very difficult to do. He's done that, and it's showing up running down that 84 car.
Right now we're riding on board with Justin Neves in the 82. Kind of take a lap around the 2-mile course with him as he's involved with a 3-way battle here for second place. Did a good job just easing back into the throttle there, picking up the draft down the backstretch, taking it to the middle of the track. I guess he's trying to avoid those big old bumps.
Yeah, those bumps on the backstretch, especially as his tires wear out, will get really bad.
Just see Eric Blum making a move. But there's the outside lane. Mark Vickers using it.
This 82 is doing a smart thing here. He's not taking it 3 wide early. He's saving his stuff. Riding, watching these guys. He's going to wait, pounce on the right opportunity, I think. But you can hear he's backing out of the corner real early, saving his stuff. Good job here by him. Smart thing.
You see Eric Blum. Yeah, he cleared him.
It's not going away easy though.
Looks like the 67 might be blinking a little bit. That's why we lost touch with the camera there. We're looking out his rear bumper at the battle now, shooting up for third. Wondering if Mark Vickers has burned his tires up a little bit, starting to fall off. Fall into the clutches now, the 67 and the 82.
The same thing, Justin, when we were right on board with him, you could hear he was backing out of the throttle really, really early. And that's a smart thing to do. That will save your tires really well. He's going to get big runs down these straightaways. He goes to the inside of the 84. Oh, they make contact. Looks like no harm, no foul.
I think these guys are going to have to pit, Tyler. I feel like I remember it being about 33, 35 laps when we ran here. It's about the time that we needed to come down for some gas.
Well, I would definitely like to see that as another layer of strategy to the race. So I'm hoping they do have to pit. I think you're right. I feel like they will.
Oh, we can see,
got
yeah.
really tight.
Went up the racetrack.
I think this might let both the 84 and the 82 get by. 84 is going to get clear. The 82, so that's going to hurt him losing that draft right there at the end of the straightaway. I'd like to see him slide up the racetrack more right there. He's got a whole lot of room, a lot of racetrack to use. He's still going to get the pass completed, but
I'm such a fan of that paint scheme. you know, I was furious when they announced the numbers pushed forwards. I'm kind of a traditionalist, but when the paint schemes are done the right way, they can look really good, and that's one right there that I think it looks quite good, especially with the reflective silver. Yeah, just got to get that guy a custom number.
Yeah.
Get some of our painters out there.
Yeah, these numbers are starting to grow on me. When done correctly, they definitely have begin to grow on me a lot.
Still by far the best battle on the racetrack is these 3 cars right here, but kind of check our way back through the field right now. 5th spot, it's Erik Richardson. He's just minding his own. Wonder if he's saving a little bit of tires. New paint scheme sporting the league logos there out there tonight. And running in 6th is his good buddy DJ Fluck. I do like his paint scheme too. Anything with the baby blue usually looks good.
Just saying that because you live in Carolina.
Final
Yellow
four coming up.
bias. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Justin Wexberg is in the 72 car a little further back. Good to see him out there running tonight. Zach Voles still 2 laps down, but wonder with him making that pit stop there on lap 5, he goes down, he gets the fast repair. I wonder if he took fuel or tires. He might be able to make it to the end. You never know.
Yeah, my guess with him being 2 laps down that he did take 4 tires and gas. It'll be interesting to see if he can make it to the end. I think he kind of ended up in a similar situation last week. And was able to make up a few positions. It's going to be tough to make up 2 laps, though. It's the only problem now.
Well, the second position's starting to heat up. We got Justin Neves putting a little bit of pressure on Mark Vickers. He's going to look to the bottom.
Erik is falling back just a little bit away from this battle. Meanwhile, if you look at the timesheet, well, these 3 guys have been battling. Chad Winstead is just completely pulled away.
Well, if they cannot make it to the end, I'd expect that somebody needs to be on pit road next lap, splitting the race in half to utilize the best of the tires.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, this race has really clicked by pretty quick. We're already coming up to the halfway point. I don't believe
anybody coming.
Might do it on this next lap if they have to.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the 67 car right now, I'm starting to lose touch with those 2 cars right in front of me. If I undercut their pit strategy, I'm going to gain all kinds of time on them.
Yeah, I would. If I'm him, I'm pitting on this lap right here. Same thing if I'm the 13 of Erik Richardson or the 88 of DJ Fluck. I think if you're any of those guys, I think now is the time to pit.
If they have to pit. That's the big mystery that we don't know.
Yeah, do they have to pit?
I do believe they're going to have to.
Yeah, this is a big track. I don't remember how many laps they ran in the real life race, but I wouldn't think it'd be much more than 40.
That's a high-speed track. I mean, you're really putting the RPMs down that long straightaway, so they're definitely going through some gasoline.
It looks like Mark Vickers has started to put a little bit of a gap here on this 82 car. Kind of surprising. Like I said earlier, he really seemed to be backing his corners up really well. Did Justin Neves. So I really thought it was going to start to pay off here, and he was going to be making some time.
Tell you what, got Chad Winston driving the Citgo car. The folks at Gulf might be a little bit concerned. He was sporting their colors earlier in the season, and apparently Citgo is 1 out this week, and competitors on the car.
Yeah, he's been switching it up. He said he would switch it up last week. He didn't lie. He switched it up. Another amazing looking race car too.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a lap around the 2-mile course here with Chad, so he can show us how it's done. So coming across the start-finish line here. Now these are on old tires, so it's going to drive a lot different than we saw him at the beginning of the race. Even more off-throttle time and even more touchy on exit. Right now he's opted to just hit that white line and drifted up to the wall on exit through turn number 2. You'll see all these bumps down here, and you can feel that in your sim racing steering wheel. You've got force feedback on there, and you can definitely feel it wants to get the car out of shape.
Oh yeah, and it just gets worse and worse as this race goes on.
Turn 3 here, he's going to drift it up to the wall, and then use the banking a little bit to get just an extra couple mile per hour down the front stretch. As you saw him kind of go up and come back down. That's a lap around Auto Club with a little bit more worn tires.
Yeah, this race is definitely far from over. I mean, this track is so difficult. It gets so loose and worn out. I mean, you can spin this thing at any time, even the best drivers.
Yep, we've seen this next gen car. Once it wants to go, it is a handful to save. I mean, we saw it on the, what, second lap, third lap there with Zach Halls. Got
Yeah,
the back
pole
end
sitter.
out slightly, overcorrected and hard into the wall.
Yeah, you have just no side force to lean on in these cars, and no sidewall on the tire. So once it goes, it goes.
Surprised we still hadn't seen anybody come down pit road.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe they'll be able to make it to the end.
Heck, you're still in the session. You can ask them, can't you?
Let's see if I can get a question in.
Battle for second, still pretty well tight there. We saw Justin Neves had a good run down the front stretch. Mark Vickers able to extend that position out a little bit further down the back stretch.
Well, I didn't get I got a very vague answer. Let's put it that way. I don't think anybody wants to give anybody an advantage. But they said fuel will most likely be okay. So.
Well, we might
Don't
be
wanna
able
give away
to
their secrets.
find out if we keep riding on board with Chad Winstead. See if we can hear what he's doing with the throttle. And he's not clutching it yet.
Yeah, in our race on Thursday night, I had to kick it into neutral for the last about 20 laps or so. That actually is another challenge in these cars. You really can't just kick it to neutral. I guess you can clutch in, but just a sequential gearbox, you can't just throw it into neutral.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If you don't have a clutch pedal in your sim, then, you know, kind of out of luck.
That or just assign the C key on your keyboard and have it memorized.
Yeah, that would be difficult, trying to reach over with one hand.
Maybe space bar.
Yeah, maybe a bigger key.
See Justin Neves making a move right now through turns 3 and 4. See how he takes a little different angle there as Vickers entered high, and he's going to get the launch off the corner. Neves drafting back up to the back bumper, and these two cars in the 80s they provided us the best racing action here tonight so far.
Yeah, these two guys have been neck and neck. I'm surprised the draft really doesn't seem to be all that strong down the straightaways. iRacing must have gone in when we ran. It was extremely strong.
Neves trying to take a peek again for second.
And this is like what we were talking about there. I mean, you can just run anywhere.
I'm with you though. I mean, like you were saying earlier, the 82, I mean, you've got 5 lanes of racetrack to work with. It seems like he's just being ultra conservative on, you know, the exit there, where he could use a little bit more of the racetrack to drift up. Obviously, a lot of these guys are new to the sim, and those skills will come with time. But hopefully we'll be able to reel them back in here.
Yeah, I think that's honestly one of the harder things to learn on here is just where the corners of your car are, and you know how close you can get to somebody, and really, you know, when you're in a new league like this, how much can you trust the guys around you? You know, I think the 84 Mark Vickers, I think Mark is a pretty trustable guy. He seems to be like a clean racer, but you know, you just don't know that when you're on the track. You just got to gain trust with these guys.
Yeah, that is the beauty of running multiple seasons with the same guys, though. You do pick up on who's the more aggressive guys, who's going to give you plenty of room, and who's right there with your skill level and know you can dive into the corner side by side and trust that they're going to hold their line one way or the other. When you get into a league and you race the same guys for, you know, I mean, heck, how long have we been racing together? 2 years now. You know what you're going to get, and it usually makes for a much more enjoyable experience for both the racers, the fans tuning in, and I think it's the best that iRacing has to offer.
Yeah, official lobby's not in the best state right now, so
Yeah,
we'll
you
definitely
never
make
know what you're
tweaks.
gonna get. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you get some guys that are really great, some not so much, but
Erik Blum right now, he's currently running about 10 seconds back, so Erik Richardson in the 13 car, oh, he's having a little connection issue. Maybe Erik can use the 53 here to draft and catch back up to Erik Blum.
yeah, it looks like those tires are kind of starting to pay off for the 53. Oh, no, somebody almost got in the wall back there.
Yeah, Erik Richardson, he really used all the racetrack there. That'll be a good advantage for his buddy, DJ Fluck. Try and reel in maybe a second or two on him.
Not only can he get a draft there, just riding behind somebody, like the 53 that's really fast right now, obviously, I think that just helps your confidence. You know, you kind of learn from the guy in front of you, and I definitely think it helps the trailing car.
Still all Chad Winstead out front. It's been a familiar story for the entire season.
Yeah, Chad's put about 6.5 seconds on these guys. He's just consistent. I mean, his lap times, when you look at him, it's just not a whole lot of change in them.
We're already down to 7 to go, Tyler.
Yeah, this race has clicked by pretty quick here.
So we've got 7 to go. The big question becomes, can we make it on gas? That was the story at Daytona as well.
And that's how Chad Winstead won the race. He's looking to go 3 for 3 here. Hopefully we don't give him the announcer's jinx, but... And he has really no reason right now to push it either. I mean, he's got 6.5 second lead. He can just, as long as he can maintain that over 6 laps, he's in good shape.
Yeah, best battle on the track is still that battle. We've seen it all race long between Mark Vickers and Justin Neves for the runner-up position.
Yeah, I think Justin can push the car a little bit further than he is right now. You know, I'm just not sure how comfortable he is in doing that, but I think he's faster than Mark Vickers right now if he just pushed the car a little harder on exit.
But by not pushing the car on exit, I guarantee you he's saving the right rear tire.
Oh yeah, he's going to have the best tires by the end of this race for sure. Maybe other than Zachary Vols, who pitted about 5 laps into the race.
We thought that tonight could be a really good points night for Zach Vols, and the way it's looking, it might do the exact opposite. These guys, I mean, you got to give a tip of the cap. They've really been able to hold their own much more so than we saw last week at Charlotte.
Yeah, I believe that was really the only major incident was Zach Vols getting spun around. He's got the speed, obviously. He just needs to put together a complete race, I think, in these coming weeks. He definitely has the speed to do so. Justin Neves is starting to reel back in Mark Vickers just a little bit. Mark looks like he's kind of starting to take his line away. He was running about that third lane there. Justin is stuck to the bottom all night as he just got loose on exit right there.
Good save.
Yeah, that is. It's tough to do.
Well, the 13 car is starting to really reel in Erik Blum in the 67. I don't know, assuming that everyone can make it to the end. I don't know if he'll have enough time to get to him or not, but...
Yeah, he's really found something here at the end of this race. I don't know if he just saved his tires really well or he's picked up a little something on speed, but he has gained a lot of ground. That's a good looking race car too, the Wednesday night dash car.
Yeah, you know, I'm always going to be partial to the black and yellow being from Pittsburgh. While back out front, Chad Winstead coming through to take 2 laps to go. Not the best qualifying effort tonight from the 6 bunch, but worked his way through the field rather quickly, and then the unfortunate circumstance that hit Zach Bowles getting loose off of 4. That handed the lead to Chad Winstead, and he hasn't looked back since.
Yeah, he didn't qualify too well last week in Charlotte either, and he did the same thing. He got right to the lead and just put on a clinic. I think he might have just got in the wall there on the backstretch a little bit.
Well, he's got an 8-second lead, so he should be just fine as long as he's got enough fuel in the tank. Coming up on a lap car, I think it might be Justin Wexberg.
Yeah, he's going to put the 72 1 lap down. Might do the gentlemanly thing here and not put him a lap down as he comes through turn 2 for the final time.
Coming down the long back straightaway here.
Well, I don't think gas is going to be an issue from here.
Nope, he can coast it from here, so for the 3rd week in a row, it's all Chad Winstead. He's going to win the Auto Club 80 here, race number 3, the Wednesday night dash. And the battle for second, it is going to be Mark Vickers once again, the bridesmaid. And a nice run for Justin Eves in the 82 car tonight, finishing in the 3rd spot.
Yeah, great battle from those guys all night. See if we can't get Chad in here for an interview. I'll try and work on that.
Yeah, see if you can pull him up here, and I think I interviewed him last week, so if you want to get him, you certainly can.
There he is. Chad Winstead, how you doing, man?
Good. Doing a little off-roading right now.
I saw that. So, another week where you don't necessarily qualify great, but you go out there, drive yourself to the front, and put on a clinic. How do you keep doing this, man? This is 3 weeks in a row we've been talking to you at the end of this race.
It's just trying to be consistent, and my goal every race has pretty much been get to the front and stay clean, and then just hit my marks.
Well, you sure have done a great job of that. 3 for 3 on wins, 3 for 3 on great paint schemes. So I'm not sure, where do we race next week?
I think we're going to the Glen.
Oh, that'll be fun. So get a little road course action. How do you feel about your road course skills?
I have actually never driven the Cup car on the road course, so it'll be a fun experience.
Well, good luck. These things are definitely not easy to drive on a road course, so that'll be fun to watch. I'm excited for that. Like I said, 3 for 3, another great performance. Before we let you go, who do you got to thank for tonight's performance?
Well, got to thank the guys for putting on the league, and thank you guys for broadcasting everything. Thank my wife one more time for letting me stay up and do this, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to the road course. I think it'll be a little bit chaotic. Should be fun.
Yeah, for sure, man. Awesome job. Thanks for talking to us. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, well, that's our winner. 3rd week in a row, Chad Winstead. We've seen that 6 car. He's putting on a clinic once again here at Auto Club, and I'm sure he'll retain the points lead. And he mentioned Watkins Glen's going to be the next race. That's going to be a fun one. For Tyler Snyder, I'm Kendall Kerr. We're going to roll the end credits, and we will see you next week.